Hello student, how are you all? Once again, welcome back to your online classes. So today class about your next chapter, sixth chapter from your Starburst book. So the chapter name is The Gifts of Velida. So in this story we will see four characters and the special main role is that Velida. So this story writer is this is originally a folk tale retold by the Aaron Shepherd. So in the characters I already told you four are there. So one by one we will see it. So narrator first. In a mud hut far from town lived an old grass cutter named Validar. In this story, one grass cutter man is there. His name is a Validar. He live in the muddy hut. Okay. Every morning Validar cut the bundle tall wild grass. Every afternoon he sold it as a fodder in marketplace. He always cutting the grass and he sold it like especially for his livestock. Okay. Each day he earned 30 paisa, 10 of small coins went for food, 10 went for clothes and other needs, and then he saved in a clay pot under his bed. This Validad always saved the money. He earned 30 paisa every day. How many? 30 paisa. 10 of the sum coin went for food, 10 went for clothes, and other need he saved it in his clay pot. In this matter, Validar lived happily for many years. One evening, Validar dragged out the pot to see how much money it held. He was amazed to find that his coins had filled it to the brim. Validar to himself, what am I to do with all this money? I need nothing more than I have. So this is the first paragraph of this chapter. So first paragraph you see the short answer in this one page. How much money did Validart save each day? 30 paisa या 10 paisa? 10 paisa. Okay, this is the answer. What is the brim of the pot? Brim means the upper portion of pot, like a lid. Understand? So this is your answer. Now we will see the next line. Narrator 4 Valida thought and thought. At last he had an idea. The next day Valida loaded the money into a sack means bora, okay, and carried it to a jewelry in the marketplace. He exchanged all his coins for a lovely gold bracelet. Narrator 3 Then Validat visited the home of traveling merchant. Merchant means those are working and going outside here and there for his work. That's merchant, like a businessman. Validat, tell me in all the world who is the noblest lady. Merchant, without doubt, it is the young queen of Khaistan. I often visit her palace just 3 days' journey to the east, where she lives in Khaistan, the queen of Khaistan. Khaistan, ठीक है? Validate, do me a kindness. Can you do for me favor? The next time you pass that way, give her this little bracelet with my compliments. Narrator first, the merchant was surprised. Astonished means surprised, but he agreed to do what the ragged grasshopper asked. Soon after, the merchant found himself at the palace of the Queen of Khaistan. He presented the bracelet to her as a gift from Validad. Admiring the bracelet, Queen and she admired. How lovely! Your friend must accept a gift in return. My servant will load a camel with the finest silk. Now she is also give return gift to Valida. So she sent the finest silk. Finest silk, very expensive clothes. Okay. Soon after, the merchant found himself. Okay, this one done. When the merchant arrived back home, he brought the silks to the hut of Validad. Validad, oh no, this is worse than before. What am I to do with such a fine rework? He said, what I will do this. Perhaps you could give it to someone else. So merchant give advice. Perhaps you could give it to someone else. Narrator 3 Valida thought for a moment. He think about. Tell me in all the world who is the noblest man. That is simple, the merchant said. It is the young king of Nekabad. His palace too. I often visit just 3 days journey to the west. The king live in the west side in Nekabad. Well, then do me another kindness. On your next trip, there give him this silk with my compliment. Okay, now he returned this gift to the silk one, expensive clothes to king. Okay. So next, narrator first. The merchant was amused, but he agreed. First he said no, annoyed it, but he agreed. On his next journey, he presented the silk to the king of Nekabad. A splendid gift. He gets a superb luxury gift. In the return, your friend must be have 12 of my finest horses. Now the king also give him a return gift. So what he gives a return gift first? 12 of finest horses. So the merchant brought the king's horses to Validate. Now Validate say, this grow worse and grow worse. What could I do with 12 horses? Think for a moment. I know who should have such a gift. I beg you, keep 2 horses for yourself and take the rest to the Queen of Khaistan. So, what gift did Vali send to the king of Nekabad? Your answer? Finest silk. Yeah, he sent the present to silk to king. Okay. Narrator 3. The merchant thought this was very funny, but he consented. On his next visit to the queen's palace, he gave her a horse. Now the queen was perplexed, means confused. She whispered to her prime minister, why does this validate precede in the standing gift? I have never even heard of him. Why don't you discourage him? Minister said, send him a gift so rich he can never hope to match it. So, in return for the 10 horses from Validar, the queen sent back 12 mules loaded with silver. Now she gave the mules loaded with silver, yani chandi. Okay. Next one. Next narrator 2. When the merchant and mules arrived back at the hut, Validar groaned. He called out, what have I done to deserve this? To the merchant friend, spare an old man, keep 2 mules and their silver for yourself, and take the rest to the king of Nekabad. Again he sent the gift to Nekabad, this one. The merchant was getting uneasy, but he could not refuse such a generous. So he said free-handed his offer. So not long after, he found himself presenting the silver laden mules to the king of Nekabad. The king too was perplexed. The king also was surprised, means confused, and asked his prime minister for advice. Perhaps this Validate seeks to prove himself your better. Why not send him a gift he can never surpass? So they think he want to show that you are not able to send more than next gift. The minister said, but not like this. So the king sent back 12 camels and golden anklets, 12 horses with golden bridles and strips, 12 elephants with golden seats molded on their back, and 12 labor servants to care of them all. Now again is the big problem. Okay, he's surprised again he got it the gift. So he decided what he said, oh again what I will do this, because again he got it this all the things. So he is very worried is this one, what's going on this. So again the king sent this all the gift. When the merchant guided the servant and animals to Validat hut, the grass cutter was beside himself. Validat, will bad fortune never end. Please do not stop for a minute. Keep for yourself 2 watch of each animal and take the rest to the queen of Khaistan. Merchant distraught. How can I go to her again? But Validat pleased to heart the merchant consented to go just once more. Again he request to the merchant, but he don't want to go, but again he ready to go there. This time the queen was turned by the magicians of Validat gift. She turned again to her prime minister. Clearly the main wish to marry you. But minister said maybe he want to marry with you. That's why he is sending the gift. Since his gifts are so fine, perhaps you should meet him. He said his gift is a very nice and very good, so you should be meet him. So they decided to go there and meet to the Valida. So the queen ordered a great caravan to be made ready with the countless horses, camels, and elephants. With the trembling merchant as guide, she and her court see out the visit the great Validad. So now they decided, and she take all the horses, elephant to go to with me to Validad. On the third day, the cameras made camp, and the queen sent the merchant ahead to tell Validad of her coming. When Validad heard the merchant news, his head sank to his head. When he heard this, when the queen come and meet to him, so he's surprised and he's nervous like that. Oh no, now I will be paid for all my foolish. Then no, though whatever be I done foolish things, I have to pay it. I have brought shame on myself, you and on the queen. What are we to do? Merchant, I fear we can do nothing. And the merchant headed back to the canvas. The next morning, Validat rose before dawn. Suddenly, goodbye, old heart. I will never see you again, because he is very afraid. So he want to leave the his hut. The old grass cutter started down the road, but he had not gone far when he heard a voice. Gently, where are you going, Validat? He turned and saw two radiant ladies. He knew at once they were Paris from Paradise. Kneel down, he said, kneel down. I'm a stupid old man. Let me go my way. I can't face my shame. No shame can come to such a as you. Though your clothes are poor, in your heart are like a king. The Paradise Queen said, you are poor, but your clothes and your each and everything are very. Your heart is a pure and like a king heart, like you. You are very rich in heart. So why are you worried about that? He said. The parrot touched him on the shoulder. His amazement, he saw his rag turn to his fine clothes. A jewel turban sat on his head, and the rusty skull as his vest now was a gleaming scimitar. Okay, scimitar means like a krapal, like that. Okay, written validate all it as it should be. Validad looked behind him, where his hut had stood a splendid palace sparkled in the rising sun. In shock, he to the Paris, but they had vanished. Validad hurried back along the road. As he entered the palace, the guards gave a salute. Servants bowed to him. They rushed here and there, preparing for the visitor. Now the Pari make him very rich man, and his house make a, like a palace. So Validat wandered though through this countless room, gaping at riches beyond his imagining. Suddenly three servants ran up, announcing a canvas from the east, no carvings from the west. No carvings from both east and west. Okay. So bewildered, while that Validat rushed outside to see to canvas a hall before the palace. Coming from the east was a queen in jeweled litter. Coming from the west was a king on a fine horse. Now both has came, okay, king and the queen also. Validat hurried to the queen. My dear Validat, we meet at last. Look at a king. But who is that magician king? Well, I believe it is the king of Nekabad. Your Majesty, please excuse me for a moment. He rushed over the king, my dear Validat. The king said, I had a meet the giver of such a fine gift. Look at this queen, but who is that splendid queen? Validat smiling, the queen of Khaistan. Your Majesty, please come and meet her. And so the king of Nekabad met the queen of Khaistan, and the two fell instantly in love. A few days later, their marriage took place of Validat, and the celebration on for many days. At the last, Validat had said goodbye to all his guests. The very next morning, he rose before dawn, crept quietly from the palace, and started down the road. But he had not gone far when he heard a voice. Where are you going, Validat? He turned and again saw the two Paris. He kneel down. Did I not tell you I am a stupid old man? I should be glad for what I have received. But say no more, you shall have a heart desire. And she touched him again. So Validat became a once more grass cutter, living happily in his hut for the rest of his days. And though he often thought warmly of his friends, the king and queen, he was careful never to send them another gift. So, was Validan happy to be a grass cutter? Yes. Was Vali an unusual person? How? Yes, he's an unusual person because he's sending a gift. So, this is the story of this chapter. So he decided now he will not send any gift to anyone. Okay, because he gone in this trouble. But now it's not happen like that. But he's very afraid for that one. He's scared. So he decided. So next time he will not send any gift to others. So of this moral of the story, this chapter, we learn that we should be satisfied what we have. Okay. So, I hope you understand this story. Once again, you read it at home and write this summary, this one, and learn this writer name. Okay, and learn this short one answer, which is already I spoken to you, tell you, and write the words in this chapter. Okay, question answer we will do later. So, till then, you read this chapter carefully. If you have any doubt, you can ask me, I will help you. So, take care. Thank you.